So welcome to today's video. I'm in the woodlands here still, same woodland as where I was in last week's video. And yeah, that video was getting way too long, so I've cut it in half. One part on the header area, and now I'm entering this moody, atmospheric woodland area with a lot of fog around. What more do you want? So let's quickly dive into this video and find some awesome woodland shots. So we're entering the woodlands now, and look behind me. There's still a decent amount of fog in this woodland, so I'm really excited to find some compositions here. I just took one there just before I crossed the street, which I think I'm going to focus tag, but it was right next to a restaurant and there were a lot of people standing there. But I think it was a really nice composition, just a couple of trees with some ferns, some of this stuff here in the bottom, and I'm gonna take two shots. So one of the ferns and one of those trees, and I'm gonna put those together. So I hope that's gonna work. So someone is ruining his car, that was for sure. So yeah, let's go on. So it's the kind of conditions where it really doesn't mind where you're looking in a forest. There are compositions everywhere, you know, there's some great shots over here. So just look behind me here. If you use this left tree over here, and then some trees on the right with this path running to the back, and then include a little bit of this atmospheric sky. So I'm actually overexposing it a little bit. So I'm taking it, the histogram a little bit more to the right side. So you get this moody atmospheric light into this mysterious forest. And it's definitely helping here with all these large ferns here. I have to be careful because this area is known for ticks. So all these ferns, they're usually covered in ticks. So I'm just sticking to the paths. But there's just compositions everywhere, you know, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna go in that direction, see if I can get some nice shots. But I'm quickly gonna take this one first, because it just really looks nice. But there's just a little bit of light coming through this fog and through the canopy of this forest at the moment. And just look here behind me, this lane with all these brown green ferns here, a couple of nice trees on the side, and just this path flowing into the back. And I really like this this atmosphere of this image. So I'm just gonna shoot it. Very simple shot with a lot of these ferns around, then these trees and this light and this fog coming on from the top. Just nice and moody. So I tried to frame up this shot, but it was much foggier than I thought it was. So I looked at the polarizer and it was completely condensed, you know, a lot of condensed on it. So let's give it a quick polish and let's try it again. Much better, much better. So I found a really nice composition on this side here, where I'm using these, this group of trees here. You see we've got these white birch trees here and some other trees covered in green on the back. And I just really like them. And using the polarizer, I'm really creating this contrast between the bottom and the top of the image. So yeah, it's a real moody atmosphere back there. So the fog is actually starting to turn into rain, so I don't know if this is gonna stick around. So let me show you the composition here. So you can see it's actually pretty simple. I've got these ferns in the bottom and then all those trees, and I've carefully positioned the camera that they're all separated from another, and then all these trees in the background disappearing into this haze. So it's all about this section over here. And there's actually another image here, but I still have to find the right composition here. So let me show you. You can see this path here running down into an S-curve into the background, and I really like this part of the image, especially if I can include these trees here on the left. So I might actually shoot a pano here of this this area. So I'm gonna take this shot first and then concentrate on this pano, which I think is gonna look really nice. Yeah, what a day, what a day. So I kind of figured out the pano that I want to take. The tripod has to be up as high as possible, so it's in the highest position at the moment. And let me show you here. I'm going to try to do this. I've never done this before, but so let me show you. This is going to be the starting point, and then I'm going to turn the camera all the way to this side with this path, and continuing on to this side here. So it's going to be a bit like this. You can see this path running down in an S-curve. And I just carefully positioned this tripod just that all those trees are separated from another, at least most of them. You know, it's a woodland, so you can't do it with all the trees. But yeah, awesome shot, awesome shot. So I hope this is going to work. Everything manual focus, all settings manual, and then just taking it from left to right. Great image, great image. So such an amazing area here, especially with all these ferns. Beautiful. So another cross section here, and I've actually never been to this part of the forest, so I guess there's a first time for everything. But yeah, let's go that way. So I found a pretty decent shot here right behind me, and I'm gonna try to explain. You can see you've got this V-shaped tree on that side, and then this strange branch is just crawling around it in this fork shape. So you have two V's just connecting each other, and then there's this weird shaped tree behind it also, and just this patch of ferns in the foreground. So I really like it. I'm just gonna shoot it with a lot of the sky in it, so you still can see this moody, atmospheric, foggy conditions. Yeah, an amazing shot. So if you look at this last shot, that's the kind of thing that I look for in a woodland like this. Just different shapes, different colors. And in this case, this fork going into the other fork just really caught my attention. So yeah, happy I noticed that. I think a pretty decent shot there. Just look at this. There's some traffic in the road. I guess I have to wait for that. It's actually a pretty decent, great image. I'm gonna try to shoot it. Did you see that? I was taking the image and they just started running straight towards me. So I quickly got up the camera and stood behind this tree over here. Just hoping I could avoid them, and I think they were scared of me as they were as I was of them. So they took the long road around, luckily. What a moment. What a moment. I hope the shot really worked out. Could be nice, you know, with this moody atmosphere here, and then just three of those big bulls just walking in the middle of the road. Who would have thought I would run into that this morning? So I think this will be the end of today's video. There was a brief moment where it just looked like it was starting to rain, and yeah, it was like 5 minutes of sort of rain, and then all of a sudden it just looked like the fog was dropping and all the fog disappeared. So all I'm left now is this wet woodland, and I'm gonna continue. Maybe I can find a nice shot somewhere, but I'm pretty close to the parking lot, and I don't think there's any more things to shoot here. So yeah, thanks for watching. This was just an incredible day. First on this heather area, then this forest area that I explored. Yeah, really liking it. So it tastes like more, you know, tastes like different things. It takes a whole different photography eye to do something like this. And I kind of like that, you know. I like to adapt myself to conditions, to areas, and just try to make the most of it. And I hope that's what I did today. So sorry, I'm just rattling on you. So hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget, push that thumbs up button. You will massively help this channel. And there's a subscribe button underneath this video. Just push that. And this next to it is this notification bell. If you push that and select all, you will get a message when I release my next video. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this awesome, moody, foggy morning. And I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.